Hi guys, welcome to my after summer vlog. Today we're going to be talking about my 12 years of education. We've all going through elementary school and then middle school and then finally high school. So, to start off, I'm going to be talking about my first grade experience. So, one memory that I have from first grade, I've always tried to be a really good kid. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just one thing about me. And my teacher, she had this little system where each kid had a little pocket cubby thing, where there was a green slip of paper, then a yellow, and then a red. Okay? And we were doing stations one time, and we were doing rainbow words, and where you just write your spelling word, and then you take another color and write it again, and again, and again. And my group decided, hey, we're only going to do 3, because to do that many for that long, we just didn't want to do it. And the teacher came over and saw that we had stopped, and so she made us all go flip our green cards over to yellow, which means, hey, you got in trouble, you better not do it again. And for me, as like a little innocent first grader who hated to get in trouble, that was kind of hard. I think that was the day that I got scared straight. So in second grade, I had a teacher and her name was Mrs. Hall. And I was frankly kind of scared of her. She was actually really nice, but she just had one of those faces that you kind of just got a little bit scared of her, and she was really strict. But not all second grade teachers are like that, of course. Izzy, how about you come on up here? Oh, come on, just hop. Hop it up. This is my little sister, Isabel. She's in second grade. Izzy, how's your teacher? Is she nice?
Yes!
What do you guys do at school?
Lots of math.
Lots of math? Awesome. Yeah, but my teacher, I don't love her too much, but Izzy, she loves her second grade teacher. So, not all second grade teachers are bad.
I always know all my
I
math
know.
facts. Even multiplication.
That's right. Alright, Iz, how about you go off there and play? And we're going to get on to
I need
third
help.
grade.
I need help.
Okay. So in third grade, I had another teacher, and I really tried to respect the rules that she had laid down and respect the teacher herself. Well, one day we had a fairy tale unit, and we were doing plays for some of the fairy tales. We had Rapunzel, my group did, and we were up there doing our little play. I was one of the unimportant characters. I was not Rapunzel or the prince, so I didn't really matter. I think I was a frog or something like that. I don't remember how that ties in, but that was what I was. And while I was up there, I started feeling a little bit sick. And I was like, oh no, what should I do? Because I'm trying to get a good grade on this play, and my group kind of needs me, because even though I'm not that important, I still have a few lines. But then I was like, oh crap, I'm going to throw up here if I don't hop down and go do something about this. So I hopped down and went over to the teacher and was like, I think I'm going to throw up. And she looked at me like I was crazy, and she's like, don't tell me that, go to the trash can. And so I went over there. I didn't throw up, but that was just one of my very significant memories about third grade. So after third grade came fourth grade naturally, and I moved from River Valley to Discovery that year. So I didn't know many people. And I didn't really go out there. I wasn't very extroverted at that point, so I didn't talk to a lot of people. But there was this one day where I was talking to someone, I don't remember who it was, and I was like, I really don't like this because I don't have any friends here or anything. And they said, well, is there anyone in your class that you can talk to, or you enjoy talking to, or yeah. And so I was like, hey, there is this one girl, Emily, that I could talk to. And so I went over there. I went out and played with her that recess, and from that point on, we were like really best friends. It was awesome. So in 5th grade, I was not the most outgoing person. So one day I was learning the cup song with a few of my friends, and we decided, hey, we aren't terrible at this. So we decided we would show one of the teachers who was on duty at recess. But a duty has to be looking around at all the other kids, and so he was doing that while we were performing the cup song, and that kind of made me feel a little bit bad inside, and I was like, that's too bad. And it kind of emotionally hurt. But stuff like that happened, so I got used to it, and but I still really like that teacher. But that was one of the significant memories that I still have about 5th grade. So, yeah. Stop. So in 6th grade, we finally got to choose electives, and there were 2 options for your elective courses. There was the art elective, and there was the science magnet elective. Now, I was a pretty artsy child. I really loved to draw and do creative things, but my older sister, she had taken the science magnet and she loved it. So I was like, oh hey, maybe I'll like that too. And she convinced me so much that I wanted to science magnet. I ended up really, really disliking it. So that right there taught me that maybe I shouldn't do what my older sister does. That came back to bite me a little bit later, but through middle school and through the first couple of years of high school, I still definitely believe that. But I really regret taking the science magnet, and I really wish that I had taken the art class. But it taught me a lesson that maybe I am my own person, and sometimes I don't have to follow what other people do. So, yeah. So, in 7th grade, I tried to undo what I did in 6th grade, where I took the science magnet. And I took art classes and theater classes, really trying to just get back into the art. And that year, my family decided to move, and we had to stay in a rental house for 6 months while our actual house was being built. And in my drama class, I had met this girl, and we became really good friends. And then I found out that she was going to be like really close to my new house. That's where she lived. And I was so excited that I was going to know someone when I moved. And it was a huge relief that I would actually know someone this time around. And so I moved at the end of that year, and we just became really good friends, and it was so awesome. Everybody says that 8th grade was their least favorite year and that they hated it. But I really, really liked 8th grade. Mainly because the only thing that I can really remember is being in the play Alice in Wonderland. And I got to be one of the cards. The other card was Tegan, the girl from my last acting class. And that was a blast. We learned so many songs, had so much fun that year, and I really, really enjoyed 8th grade. In 9th grade, I decided to take German as my foreign language, but that was apparently the wrong year to take it, because the German teacher only came for about a month, and then she disappeared for 1 or 2, and then she came back for a few weeks, and then she was arrested. Yeah, in the school parking lot even. And so obviously she was fired, but then we had a sub come in and teach the second semester. But the whole first semester, we really didn't have much of a teacher. And so my German skills were very limited at the end of that year. So I decided that the next year I was not going to take German again. And so that was my 9th grade German experience. So in 10th grade, I became really good friends with the people in my youth group. And there were actually a lot of us. There were about 15, 20 kids my age. And they became really, really good friends of mine. But then it got too full. And so we had to split the ward. And half the people went to the other side. And half of us stayed put. And I lost almost all connection with the people who left. And remained pretty good friends with everybody who stayed. It was crazy though, because I was like, it was really hard to lose half the people that I was really good friends with. But surprisingly, I seemed to be better friends with all of the people who had stayed. So that was really cool for me, and I'm still friends with most of the people that were in my side of the split. And that was just really cool, and that was what my sophomore year pretty much was. It was all about these people in my youth group who I really just connected with, and we really just had a great time together, and we loved each other. It was amazing. So you remember what I said about 6th grade, how I took the science magnet because my sister said that she loved it. Well, when she got to high school, she took an ASL class. And so when I got to high school, I was like, I really don't want to do what she just did. So I didn't take an ASL class until my junior year, when I was like, hey, it's worth a shot. Just because Madison did it doesn't mean that it's awful. And so I took ASL, and I absolutely loved that class. It was my favorite class that year, and I learned so much. And I really just learned how to communicate with my hands, and I just really, really loved that. And so then I took it again the following year, and that's helped me to see that just because I took the science magnet doesn't mean that everything that my sister does is not something that's worthwhile. In my senior year, I was really struggling on what I wanted to do with my life and where I wanted to go to school. It was all about applying for colleges and submitting all of those applications on time and meeting all those deadlines while trying to balance school and a job. And so it was just really crazy. But then this new program came out for children and youth where you would set your goals, and then you and your family would help to meet those goals and work forward and help you become a better person. This program really helped me to put things into perspective, helped me calm down and be like, hey, you can do all of this stuff. You can do more than one thing at one time, and you can really focus on certain aspects of your life. This program came out at a really good time for me, and it's all about personal revelation and figuring out who you are and what you can become. So, thanks for listening to my podcast, guys. This has been After Summer. See you guys next time.